So everyone's moving to Charlotte, but a lot of them are regretting it. Prices are getting higher, traffic is getting worse, and the weather, well, you might as well flip a coin. So before you make a six-figure mistake and get stuck living somewhere that you hate for years, let me tell you the real deal. When I moved here, I found out things that nobody warned me about. But I will. One video, all the pros, all the cons, starting with the real cost of living. Now, the cost of living here isn't what it looks like on paper. My first apartment, it was a 2-bedroom, 2 full baths for $815. You are not getting that up north at all. I bought my house, it was a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, new construction home for $289,000. Now it's worth $350,000. Taxes are cheaper. I am no longer paying Connecticut tax, no New York tax, no kind of up north tax. I'm done. Groceries and utilities are not cheap, but they are nowhere near Cali or New York prices. It sounds good so far, right? Well, here's where things get a little bit tricky. Some of the cons I found was that the prices actually kind of surprised me. I thought food and the basics would be cheaper, but they definitely were not. Rent has shot up a lot as well. Mine went from $815 a month to $950 per month in 2 years. That's when I was like, you know what, forget this. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy, because what's stopping them from continuing to raise the rent? And there's also the summer utilities. You are going to run that AC all day, and that light bill will remind you real quick. Trust me, I know. Now, compared to cities like LA or Miami, Charlotte is still a great value if you know where to look. Most buyers miss price drops, builder incentives, and homes that never hit Zillow. So that's why I created the Charlotte Home Watch List. Tap below and I'll send you the latest deals that I'm tracking right now. Now, lower bills are great, but can the job market keep up? Let's talk about careers. Now, careers in Charlotte don't look like what you're used to. First, let's talk about the pros. So me personally, I got licensed in my CDL Class A and massage therapy down here, and both licenses have helped me immensely. I have been able to build up very fast down here. So massage therapy in Connecticut, I used to charge around $70 an hour, and I would hear little complaints about it, like, oh, can I get a discount? Here in Charlotte, my price is $135 an hour, and at this point, I have to turn people away. Now, when it comes to the job market, banks, hospitals, and airlines have plenty of work if you got the skills. Referrals come quick here. People down here are super loyal. They'll send their cousins, their mama, everybody. But it sounds pretty smooth, but there is another side to the job story. So let's talk about the cons. So our first con, some fields just are not here. There's no Hollywood, there's no luxury fashion scene. Not the city for that. The pay is lower, you won't get NYC or LA money, but you're also not paying those rents either. Now, there are some entrepreneurial struggles, so if you're self-employed, the benefits are on you. I had to build my own. Not every industry's here, but key sectors are booming, so you want to stay tuned. The pay is a little bit lower here, but the costs are low as well, so it kind of balances out. Freelancers hustle more here, but Charlotte's a great place to grow, so if you're a hustler, this might be the place for you. And there's also a lot of remote work here, which allows for many people to keep the big city pay with the local perks. Now, you can earn here, no doubt, but can you build roots? And that brings us to what education really looks like. Now, education in Charlotte actually surprised me. Let's start with the pros. The school vibe feels better. I don't have kids yet, but I always think to myself, like, I wish I went to school down here. Like, the weather's warmer, it's a laid-back lifestyle, the food's better, the people are nicer. I would have loved that as a kid. So, yeah, I can only imagine. The colleges here are super solid. You got UNC Charlotte, Davidson College, and Wake Forest, and Duke all nearby. I love it here. And there's also good K through 12 in certain areas. Mecklenburg and Union County, people move there just for the schools. So I'm feeling good about the future. Even though I don't have kids yet, I'm very confident I'll find schools that I trust. Good schools are out there, but finding them, that's where things get a little bit tough. Now let's talk cons. So our first con is I can't really recommend specific schools because of fair housing rules. I can't say one school is better than another school. I always tell folks, check the data for yourself. Now, private schools might be needed if you end up in an area with a weaker public school system. Tuition, still tuition. Private school here costs just as much as anywhere else. No big savings. You're gonna spend that money. Good public schools do exist, it just depends on the area. And private and charter options gives families a lot of flexibility. We have a lot of solid college choices nearby without out-of-state prices, so you are going to save some money. So education shapes the future, but what about staying healthy in the now? Let's talk about healthcare. So healthcare here does not work how you'd expect. Let's start with the pros. It's not overcrowded. I've been to a few medical spots. It's not packed. It didn't wait all day, and it felt pretty smooth. We have big hospital systems here. We got Atrium, Novant. They cover the whole area, and a lot of my clients work there too. So specialty care is solid. Even though I haven't used it much, Charlotte's got some great senior centers, cardiology, cancer care. It's here if you need it. On the surface, it does check out, but dig a little bit deeper and you will find some gaps. So let's look at the cons. So for our first con, self-employment insurance is not easy. If you are not working a 9 to 5, you are paying out of pocket and it is not great. And you might also have to get kind of creative with your coverage. When I was truck driving, my insurance was kind of trash. And even now, I just get what I can afford. Now, some do say the care isn't as deep as up north. I haven't had any bad experiences, but people from New York or Jersey have said that big city insurance might be more advanced, so you might want to check that out. Now, coverage can be tricky if you're self-employed, but options do exist with proper planning. Many of the locals here piece together care that fits to their budget, so it is doable. Now, big city hospitals might go deeper, but Charlotte meets most people's needs. For everyday care and common specialties, access is actually pretty smooth. So feeling healthy is one thing, but do you feel secure where you live? Let's talk about safety next. So safety in Charlotte isn't a yes or no question, and let me tell you why. It's not the whole city, just pockets. One street might feel sketchy, the next feels like suburbia. You just gotta stay aware. Literally. Now, you can read the streets if you're smart. If you got situational awareness, you'll learn what areas to avoid. You can stay alert, but sometimes the street still hits back. So here's the part that no one sugarcoats. So I had real violence right near me. One of my neighbors got shot trying to stop somebody from breaking into their car. No weapon, just walked up, got shot, dude ran off, that was it. Now, police do show up. Cops came asking for ring footage, so yeah, they're around. I even had a personal wake-up call myself. I dealt with a wild situation in the gym parking lot, 7:30 a.m. on Saturday morning, public indecency, aggressive behaviors. I actually didn't even feel like a crime at first. I just felt violated. So it's out here. It's like that. Be careful. Now, the open carry culture out here is wild. Where I'm from, nobody really walks around with their guns out like that. Here, guns are like broomsticks. Everybody has one. I went for my concealed carry because I personally don't want people knowing that I have one, but to each your own. Furthermore, mental health is on a serious decline. Social media stress, no middle class. People out here are losing it, and it shows in scary ways sometimes. You have to really be careful. Property crimes can escalate very fast. It can start with somebody breaking into your car. Next thing you know, shots fired. But like most cities, safety depends on the neighborhood and the time of day. Now, the open carry laws do surprise newcomers, but many feel safer with training. Now, crime does happen, but strong community ties help people to look out for each other. So maybe you know how to move smart, but what about actually getting around in the city? That brings us to transportation. Now, this city was clearly built for cars. Let's take a look at our pros. The highway layout actually makes sense. 485 is a circle. 85 and 77 go up and down, so once you learn it, you can move pretty fast. Driving is a lot easier than up north. The roads are wider, there's no snow, and no low bridges, and it's just a smoother drive. So it's a driving city, so if you're used to the suburbs or small town, Charlotte fits right in. Call culture is definitely strong here. So yeah, the road setups make sense until it doesn't. Let's talk about the transit downsides. Public transportation ain't it. You need a car, period. The layouts take some getting adjusting. Coming from up north, the roundabouts and the road threw me off at first. Like you think you're going straight, and if you look away for a second, it's gonna curve. And if you're not paying attention, you will wind up in a ditch. Be careful. Traffic still happens. It's not LA, but rush hour, construction zones, and growth corridors can slow you down a lot. Now, you will need a car, but driving is way less stressful than in bigger cities. The layout grows on you, and once it clicks, it's pretty easy to navigate. Traffic does flare up, but it's pretty manageable compared to other major metro gridlocks. Now, if you're coming from a suburb life, Charlotte's driving culture will feel very familiar. Okay, so you know how to move. Now let's talk about what it feels like to live outside year-round. That brings us to the weather. Now, Charlotte's weather does not play by northern rules. So we have warm weather year-round. As soon as I touched down, I felt better. It felt like I was back home in Jamaica. My body just felt way lighter. There are no harsh winters. Ain't no snow like up north. That cold is not for me at all. Charlotte winters are mild and way more manageable than Connecticut. It kind of feels like a long fall, and fall is my favorite weather. So the weather fits the lifestyle. People are out, they're active. It makes massage therapy makes way more sense. The climate helps push that health conscious vibe. Good weather's a win, but don't think it's perfect year round. Here's the other side. Now, some of the cons are the summer gets really steamy. Like it gets hot. I mean like really hot. You'll be running that AC all summer, especially in all electric homes. That light bill will go from a 0 to 100 real quick, no Drake. Most people trade the heat for skipping brutal winters. Ice storms are rare and usually pass within a day or two. Nothing crazy. Year-round warmth means more outdoor living and fewer snow days, which is the best. So the weather is treating you right, but what about the city's layout and the location? That brings us to the geography. So when it comes to the geography, you are not boxed in, and that is super rare. Let's start with the pros. It's a great southeast location. You're close to Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Virginia, and flying to Connecticut is very easy too. The city and the suburbs are all within reach. You can live in a quiet Huntersville, then shoot out to the city when you want to catch a vibe, and come right back to rest your head in a quiet suburb. So I love that. Charlotte's really big. It doesn't really feel like you're packed on top of each other like how it is in some places up north. You got some room to breathe, but that does come with a trade-off. Let's talk about the downsides of the geography. So one of our cons is it takes some adjusting to get used to the dense city. I came from New England and it took me a minute to get used to how spread out everything is down here. Like it's just really out there. Also, the neighborhoods change real quick down here. Turn left, it's like you're in the hood. Go back 2 blocks up, it's a full-blown suburb. That's Charlotte. You have to know where you are. So Charlotte's spread out feel gives you space and not the city squeeze. It takes some adjusting, but that room to breathe vibe definitely grows on people. The mix of neighborhoods just means more choices in one city. And living 20 minutes out still keeps you real close to the action. I love it. So now you know the lay of the land, but is there actually enough to do? Let's get into entertainment next. So Charlotte isn't a party city, and that's kind of the point. Let's start with some pros. So Charlotte has a lot of pro teams here. We got the Panthers for football, the Hornets for basketball, the Charlotte FC for soccer, and we have NASCAR. Concert venues like Spectrum Center and the PNC Pavilion brings major acts. Like it's always something to do. I love it. Local spots like the Fillmore and neighborhood theaters supports rising artists. I'm a big theater buff, so. Food truck Fridays, cultural events, and brewery tours are regular events. There is always something to do every weekend. It is popping. We have a massive craft beer scene. We have over 40 plus breweries. I don't drink, but for the people that do, you're gonna love it here. And going out is actually pretty affordable here. If I go out by myself, I'll spend between 25 to 30 bucks. If I go out with my girl, that goes anywhere between $60 to $70 for a chill spot. Like you really don't gotta spend a lot of money to have a lot of fun out here. And we also have easy access to bigger party scenes. If you ever wanna hit up Atlanta or Miami, it's either a quick drive or a quick flight, and that actually matters. It's fun and affordable, but don't expect a non-stop party. Here's what to expect. Some of the cons are we are still growing as an entertainment hub. It's not LA or New York, and you're not getting that constant flow of high-level events. So don't look to be in a city that doesn't sleep, because we do sleep out here. And there's not much of a niche culture here, so if you're into luxury fashion or creative arts or influencer stuff, this might not be your zone. Now, the nightlife here can feel a little mid if you're from the big city. If you're used to elite clubs or 24/7 action, Charlotte's more relaxed. It's still fun, just different. It's not New York City, but there's still plenty to enjoy without breaking the bank. The city scene's growing fast with more openings every year. Every month, it seems like something's always popping up out here. It is so popping. I love it. Now, going out's easy enough, But what is it like when you're just living your everyday life here? That's where lifestyle comes in. So this isn't just a city, it's a new pace. Let's start with the pros. So there's a total vibe shift from the Northeast. Living in Connecticut had me feeling depressed. Down here, I felt better instantly. Physically, mentally, that warm air hits different for real. The wellness culture is real out here. People care about their bodies. I stay booked for massages. They refer their friends and they're loyal. It's all about health and wellness down here. I love it. There's also more space, less pressure. You're not on top of each other like up north. I got a 4-bedroom, new construction home for under $300,000. That is wild. I've noticed there's a lot of community over competition here. Back home, people gatekeep. Here, everyone will shout you out and help you win, refer your business. It's just a whole bunch of support and love down here. I love it. And it pretty much works for any lifestyle. I came down here single, had options, now I'm settled and it still fits. Less stress, more balance. It's just better. Chill living for sure, but you still need to stay sharp. Now here's the reality check. Now some of the cons are we are still in transition. Gentrification construction is uneven. There's one nice blocks and the next street over, it'll look like a whole war zone. Also, the calm can flip real quick down here. Charlotte is chill until it ain't. You gotta stay aware. Do not get fooled by that southern smile. You will get got. Be careful. Now, there's also some missing big city comforts. Like there's not 24/7. There are fewer elite gyms, fewer niche coffee shops or cultural third places. I'm good with it, but folks from LA or New York might feel that gap. Now, for many people, the less pressure and more space does outweigh the missing extras. So it depends on you. Everyday life feels good, but how does the whole city carry itself? Let's talk city vibe next. It's not New York, it's not Atlanta, it's its own thing. Let's talk about the pros. Now, the southern charm is still hits. Even in the city, it still feels southern, and that's different from New York or other big metros. So we have a great blend of city energy and suburban peace. You can hit up Uptown, then bounce out to Huntersville or Concord and breathe easy. More people equals more energy. Folks from New York, Cali, Florida, everybody's moving here. It's making Charlotte more alive and dynamic. It's got momentum, but it's still growing up. Let's talk about the flip side of city life. Some of the cons are the city is still finding itself. It's not quite a big city yet. You feel the growth, but it's not fully settled into its own identity just yet. Now, the experience depends on where you are. Some areas feel fresh and booming, others feel stuck and sketchy. It's literally block to block. Now, the nightlife isn't elite yet. It's not bad at all. Just don't expect New York or Miami levels. Charlotte's still growing, but that is part of the excitement. The mix of energy and peace is very rare in cities this size. Every block is different, but that just gives you a lot more to explore. It is such an adventure out here. I love it. Now, the vibe's there, but what's it made of? Time to dig into the culture. Now, the culture here isn't loud, but it's real. Let's start with the pros. There is real Southern hospitality here. People here will give you a shot, support your business, and that means a lot. We have a lot of diverse energy from newcomers. I've worked with people from Africa, Russia, Cali, Texas. Everyone's coming here, and it makes the city feel so alive. Southern food and wellness have merged. People still love their barbecue, but they do care about their health too. Wellness and food culture blends here perfectly. They're also a lot more open to self-care and growth. Back in Connecticut, folks just push through their pain. Here, they book their massages and they spend money on their well-being. It's coming together, but it's not all there yet. Let's hit the cons. Cultural scenes is still developing. Don't expect top-tier museums, theaters, or art galleries. It's coming, it's just not there yet. The art scene is not elite yet, but the passion is here. Some old school vibes still linger, but the diversity is reshaping the whole city. So we got support, hospitality, real diversity, but what's the structure holding it all together? That's where politics come in. When it comes to politics, it's not red, it's not blue, it's something in between. Let's start with the pros. So we have a pretty balanced environment. It's purple, not too far left, not too far right. It's a good space in between to breathe if you're tired of extremes. You actually get to pick your vibe. If you want more progressive energy, easy. You want more peace and tradition, drive 20 minutes out. State perks do exist. Taxes are lower and the state's business friendly and gun rights are wide open, if that's your thing. It's balanced and flexible, but some things still take some getting used to. Let's talk the tougher side of politics here. Some of the cons are the gun laws are a shocker. Open carry is real, that's normal here, and it's a whole different world if you're not used to it. Now, freelancers get way less support. Healthcare benefits, if you're 1099 or self-employed, you are out here building your own safety net. Godspeed. Now, polarization still pops up. Charlotte feels more moderate, but nearby towns and online spaces still reflect that national political tension. You can find your people, whether you lean left or you lean right or you just want peace. Now, Charlotte isn't just one thing. It's a city that's growing, changing, and full of new people and possibilities. If you're one of them, don't miss any exclusive home deals in Charlotte. Just click the link in the description to check them out that I personally track, and you cannot find them on the internet. Book a free call with me. We'll talk through your situation, no pressure. And if you're seriously thinking about moving, your next step is picking the right neighborhood, and this video will help you do just that. My name is Andrew Wallen, your realtor to help you find and buy the perfect home in or near the Queen City. And as always, until next time, hope to show you around.